The title Son of Man is a profound and multifaceted designation that Jesus used to reveal both his humanity and his divinity. While it underscores his identification with humanity and his role as the suffering servant, it also affirms his divine authority and his fulfillment of Messianic prophecy. By calling himself the Son of Man, Jesus bridges the gap between heaven and earth, revealing the mystery of his dual nature, fully God and fully man. As we contemplate the significance of this title, we are invited to ponder the depth of Jesus' identity and the mystery of the incarnation. Hi and welcome to Confident Faith, where we share and defend the truth of Christianity. In this video, we're going to be looking at the question, if Jesus is God, why was he called the Son of Man? The title Son of Man is one of the most frequently used self-designations by Jesus in the New Testament, appearing over 80 times in the Gospels. Despite Jesus' divinity as affirmed by Christian theology and scripture, he consistently referred to himself as the Son of Man. This title, though seemingly paradoxical when ascribed to a divine figure, this holds profound theological significance and serves as a key to understanding the dual nature of Christ, both fully divine and fully human. So why did Jesus, in his divinity, choose to identify himself as the Son of Man? We're going to examine the biblical origins of this title, its theological implications, and its role in the narrative of salvation. The term Son of Man has deep roots in the Old Testament. It appears most notably in the book of Daniel, where the prophet describes a vision of a heavenly figure. It reads, "In my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like a son of man, coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence. He was given authority, glory, and sovereign power. All nations and peoples of every language worshipped him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that will not pass away, and his kingdom is one that will never be destroyed." That's from Daniel chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. In this passage, the Son of Man is a messianic figure, one who is divine, who has authority over all nations, and who shares in the eternal dominion of God. This depiction of the Son of Man as a divine figure with universal authority sets the stage for Jesus' use of the title in the New Testament. The phrase Son of Man also appears frequently in the book of Ezekiel, where God addresses the prophet Ezekiel as Son of Man, emphasizing his humanity and mortality in contrast to God's divinity. In this context, the term underscores the fragility and limited nature of human existence. Jesus' use of the title Son of Man is multifaceted, reflecting both his humanity and his divine mission. Several key theological themes emerge from Jesus' identification as the Son of Man. Firstly, identification with humanity. By calling himself the Son of Man, Jesus identifies with the human condition. He shares in the experiences, struggles, and limitations of humanity. This identification is central to the Christian understanding of the incarnation, where God becomes fully human in the person of Jesus. As the author of Hebrews writes, "For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin." That's Hebrews chapter 4, verse 15. Jesus' use of the title Son of Man emphasizes his solidarity with humanity, affirming that he is fully human and able to relate to human suffering and temptation. Secondly, fulfillment of Messianic prophecy. Jesus' use of the title also points to the fulfillment of the Messianic prophecy in Daniel chapter 7. By referring to himself as the Son of Man, Jesus claims the divine authority and eternal kingship described in Daniel's vision. This is evident in passages like Matthew 26, verse 64, where Jesus, standing before the Sanhedrin, declares, "You have said so, but I say to all of you, from now on you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One, and coming on the clouds of heaven." This statement directly connects Jesus with the divine figure in Daniel, affirming his identity as the Messiah and the one who will execute God's final judgment. Thirdly, revelation of divine authority and suffering servant. The title Son of Man also encapsulates the paradox of Jesus' ministry. He is both a figure of divine authority and a suffering servant. While Daniel's Son of Man is a figure of power and glory, Jesus' earthly ministry as the Son of Man is marked by humility, suffering, and service. In Mark 10:45, Jesus states, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Here, Jesus redefines the concept of messiahship, combining the divine authority of the Son of Man with the suffering servant motif found in Isaiah chapter 53. Duality is central to the Christian understanding of Jesus as the one who conquers through sacrificial love and who exercises divine power through humility and obedience to the Father's will. Fourthly, judgment and redemption. Jesus also uses the title Son of Man in the context of eschatological judgment. For instance, in Matthew 25:31 and 32, he says, "When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats." Here, the Son of Man is depicted as the final judge of humanity, a role that underscores his divine authority and his central place in God's redemptive plan. This aspect of the Son of Man points to the future reality of Jesus' return, where he will fulfill the ultimate judgment and bring about the full realization of God's kingdom. The title Son of Man is a profound reflection of the dual nature of Christ, a mystery at the heart of Christian theology. The doctrine of the incarnation asserts that Jesus is both fully divine and fully human. This dual nature is not a contradiction, but rather a central truth of the Christian faith, encapsulated in Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. As the Son of Man, Jesus embodies the fullness of humanity. He experiences hunger, fatigue, sorrow, and even death. Yet as the Son of God, he possesses the fullness of divinity. He exercises divine authority, performs miracles, forgives sins, and ultimately triumphs over death through his resurrection. This union of divine and human in the person of Jesus is the foundation of Christian salvation, where the divine enters into the human experience to redeem it from within. The title Son of Man is a profound and multifaceted designation that Jesus used to reveal both his humanity and his divinity. While it underscores his identification with humanity and his role as the suffering servant, it also affirms his divine authority and his fulfillment of Messianic prophecy. By calling himself the Son of Man, Jesus bridges the gap between heaven and earth, revealing the mystery of his dual nature, fully God and fully man. As we contemplate the significance of this title, we are invited to ponder the depth of Jesus' identity and the mystery of the incarnation. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you're on YouTube and you'd like to be notified whenever we release new videos, be sure to click subscribe below, remembering to also hit that bell icon so you do not miss a thing. Also, a massive thank you to all of the partners of Confident Faith for your support and generous contributions. If you're interested in supporting the work Confident Faith is doing, head to confidentfaith.com.au/partner. From there, you can learn all about how you can sow into this ministry to help us train and equip the church, and also to share and defend the truth of Christianity with the world.